purpose is continuous action towards attainment, and I hereby now promise to render such action. Second, I realize that dominating thought of my mind will eventually reproduce physical action, and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of being the person I intend to become, thereby creating my mind progressively to that purpose. Third, I know that the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that consistently hold my mind will eventually seek expression in the Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to training myself to development of self-confidence. Fourth, I have really written down the truth of my definition in life, and I will never stop trying until I self-confidence. Fifth, I fully realize that no one is long-term unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all who act. I will seek by attracting myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will use this to serve me because I will serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, cynicism, by developing love for all humanity because I know that a negative attitude toward others can never reach success. I will allow others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. I will dominate this formula, commit to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with the full faith that will gradually influence my thoughts and actions until I become a self-reliant successful person. Hoorah! 12 steps? 12 steps. 12 steps to the summit of success. This is the 12-step formula of Tim Anderson, which, when followed with adapted to the positive environment, guarantees 24+ transactions annually and unprecedented personal growth and achievement. 1. I dedicate 1 hour daily towards building and perfecting my self-confidence. 2. I practice and learn my sales skills for a minimum of 1 hour each day. 3. I contact my chairman who by mail, by phone, and or in person, and by email quarterly. 4. I make 150+ contacts per week, 30+ per day, by phone or in person. 5. I follow my 12 criteria daily. 6. I set 5+ new appointments per week with buyers and sellers. 7. I completely pre-qualify 100% of my appointments. 8. I have appointments continually paying rates of at least 50% or greater. 9. I call all my sellers weekly and reduce all listings every 3 weeks, a minimum of 5%. 10. I sell 75% more of my listing inventory. 11. I will return every time call, contact every buyer I leave within 2 hours of inquiry. 12. I will work with highly qualified buyers who are pre-qualified by a mortgage lender and sign a buyer broker agreement. Earn more commissions in lifetime with less energy spent. I recognize success comes from taking action resulting in individual outcome. Therefore, I commit to following every step of the 12 steps to some success.
Smarter, bolder, faster. Now I am the voice.
Now I am the voice.
I will lead, not follow.
I will lead, not follow.
I will lead, not doubt.
I will lead, not doubt.
I will create, not destroy.
I will create, not destroy.
I am a force for good.
I am a force for good.
I am a leader.
I am a leader.
Defy the odds.
Defy the odds.
Set a new standard.
Set a new standard.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Awesome. Kelby. The opening affirmation.
I am a successful salesperson who gets sold sold. I use information to help my clients achieve their goals. I price my listings right. I focus on small wins every day. Real estate transactions are abundant in any market. My ability make me succeed. I get stronger with every step. I am the master of every situation. My confidence is unshakable with integrity. I always have productive thoughts. I take excellent care of my body. I start each day with an abundance of energy. I am task-oriented. I set clear priorities daily. I know how long I get. I attract and enjoy great financial abundance each day. My gratitude gives me unlimited financial success. I think prosperous thoughts. I am prosperous. I spend my money wisely and I profit every day. Taking action is easy for me. I am eager to start each day. I enjoy being debt-free. I exercise daily. I enjoy what my clients eat. I eat healthy foods. I'm a real estate expert. I have some opportunity to be a real estate expert. I am a professional. I am financially independent. I am committed to each other. I have solutions. I think good for my business. I am always hired for sales landlords. Prospecting is easy for me. I enjoy following my why. People are attracted to my enthusiasm. I use technology to succeed. I get business started with every call I make. I am an outstanding salesperson. I am a powerful agent. I know how to succeed. I can keep positive, exciting, fun, productive thoughts in my mind at all times. Yes! Morning! 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 Back there in the corner for me. Come on, Box King of Chicago. Corgi. Cool. There you go. Let's see. that from Gladiator? That little piece?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Isn't it when he's in the ring with Caesar?
Yeah.
And he's dying or something like that?
What's it called?
Yeah.
I think it's called Elysium is the name of the song.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's a sneesium.
A sneesium?
Yeah.
Elysium was like heaven, man. Some people might find that, a little, I don't know.
Well, welcome this morning. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Awesome. You excited? Energized?
Yes.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Let me hear it. Yes. I love it. Morning gets you going. Morning workout is what you need to be doing, right? That's what this is. How about any wins, victories out there?
I got that listing.
The 1.9?
2.5.
2.5! Tell them who you competed against.
Mike Lindsay.
Mike Lindsay! Drop the mic, right? Nice, Jay. Tell us what made the difference.
I paid attention.
Paid attention.
They custom built, the bookcases in the den came from a cherry tree that had died out front that they'd made the thing in it.
Wow.
So I listened, Mike blew him off. He's like, the guy's like, yeah, I was offended. He didn't care about what this was and what that was. And
Wow.
all the vanities are imported antiques from France.
So it's about validation then, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not a touchy-feely guy, so if I killed me sitting there going, I don't care less. This is, all the stone around the outside of the house is granite that came from the city. It was left over from building the conference center.
Really? Wow.
There is, every detail of this home has a story behind it.
So how important do you think this house is to this guy? Somebody paid attention. Nice work, and thanks for sharing that.
Well, thanks for helping me with it.
Yeah, well,
I went to my mentor.
I just give you a few ideas on how to compete against Mike.
No, just call Mike and say, hey, how do you think you could have done better?
I need to call Mike and say, you know what, if you were over at Century 21 with us, that might have gone a little bit better for you.
Having said that.
No. Mike's a great agent, get me wrong, but I am so pumped that he took it. Good job. They liked him anyway. So really it's about showing up and asking the right questions, right?
Like that.
So good job. Who else? Wins, victories, gratitudes.
I'm glad I got these guys by my side today.
Woo! Yes, right? Love it. Yes, good people. Welcome, Philippe. Good to see you this morning.
Pleasure.
Yes. Who else? Victories, gratitudes, wins. Yes, Kevin.
I've had a lot of fun with the journey these days, and that is information trumps emotion. And as we're able to adopt truth, we empower ourselves. And one of my declarations is I am a learning machine and empowered by truth.
Oh, that's great.
There's just one thing that's just a huge breakthrough. I'd love to share it with the group someday.
Yeah.
Just a few of these key things that I think empower ourselves or hold us back.
So, and everybody knows that Kevin is our land guy. This guy knows how to take raw ground, do a rendering, do a layout, show you the highest and best use. He's got surveyor background. This guy's this wealth of knowledge. Plus he has a complete builder package, how to go from ground zero all the way up. So reach out to him.
Thanks.
Evan.
I'm grateful for this company. I've been in this business for 16 years now, and I have been around different brokerages, and this is the only brokerage that really has helped me build a home.
Yeah, and I second that. You think, where else do you think this is actually going on? It's not. It doesn't. It's been around a long, long time. You don't see this. That's what I love about it. And really, this carries on through the day in many, many different offices throughout the company. It's just a continuum of what we are and who we are and what we do. Linz.
I was just going to say how grateful I am for George's question at the summit of just what legacy are you wanting to leave behind. Yesterday I picked up my cousin at the airport, and I'm just grateful for the closeness of how blessed I am to have the family that I do. And I know it's because of the legacy my grandpa created, you know,
Right.
so it's fun to see that and to see, you know, and it's just a good reminder, like, are you coming to work with intention? Or are you coming to work just to make a buck? Because it's a whole different situation.
Different mindset, huh? Thanks for sharing
I think
that.
the money comes when you're focused on.
Yes. Matt, and then over to Brenda.
I had a really cool experience yesterday. Just want to share. I was down in Southern California and got to spend time hanging out with this guy named Gavin McMillan. If anyone in here are sports fans, this guy's responsible for training the likes of Miguel Cotto, Carlin Isles, rugby player, Dominic Cruz, George St. Pierre, Manny Pacquiao, some big names, right? Troy Polamalu. And his methods are like 180 from what the rest of at least this country does in terms of training athletes. And the reason I share that, he knows and he doesn't care. Like he realizes that everything he does is different, and the results he gets people are astronomical compared to his competition. And people talk a lot of heat, people say negative things, but the athletes that go there and train with him and whose careers he either saves or changes through rehab or through performance, it was just unreal to talk to this humble guy that knows his craft and delivers results and doesn't care that it's contrarian to what everyone else is doing. And I think there's a good lesson to be learned there. A lot of things we do, a lot of people either disagree with or would question or whatever. And I think that's a powerful experience for me.
Do what works, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Brenda, and then over to Alma. And then up
I
there.
probably shared this before, but I have to stop and think. You know, we all get recruited by other companies. They call. And I had shared this, that I've gotten a call. And she's like, well, tell me, what is different? What makes that place so special? And I started just rambling on. And about 5 minutes later, I kind of took a breath and went, oh my gosh, I really am grateful, after I actually verbalized it. And I'm like, these are the reason I'm really here. And I am really grateful. I mean, I came to this company at a time in 2010 when George actually made recruiting calls. And I got probably 7 or 8 calls. So, consistency does work. I'm like, okay, I'll come and see what you're about. And I'm like, why would you want me? I sold 12 homes last year. But they called me. They didn't give up on me. And I kept going, no. And I was at Coldwell Banker for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then I went to Equity for a minute, and when they called me, it was just the right time. So you just never know when you're going to hit someone at the right time. But I am so grateful, and I think how different my life could have been had I not got that phone call. I may have not even been in real estate anymore, honestly.
So think about that when you're calling your clients. They will be grateful for what you bring to the table, and so many of us are afraid to call and see how they're doing. And I'm sure Lindsay would echo the same thing. Follow-up is key, correct? I mean,
80% of your business will come from that.
how much?
80%.
80%. Think about it. Follow-up. Leslie, how much do you have to follow up?
A lot.
A lot.
Until they say yes.
Brenda's a good example to me on SOI.
Yes.
But I've always been fanatical about keeping an accurate list of my SOI and database with their address, phone numbers, emails if I have them. And like yesterday I got an email from someone that said, I call them from time to time, they rarely answer, but he said 20 years ago you sold our house and now we need to know about a parent's home. So, you just start as a new agent and put everyone you know into your database, and then you make sure you add people every time you sell a house.
It's so important, right? It's where all of our business ultimately goes. That database is so important, and calling it is even more important. I've been echoing that this week to a lot of agents. Dig into your SOI, make the call. They want to hear from you. Make them feel important. Isn't that worth calling? Brighten somebody's day. Just, how are you?
But along that line, I mean, sometimes you'll call people and you'll feel like they don't want to talk to you, and and maybe even cold and like, okay. But I've had people like that, like 2 weeks later refer someone to me, and it's like, whoa, I didn't even know they wanted to talk to me. And they didn't probably, but they referred business.
It's so important because that's so true. I can tell you for myself, because I'm a very driven individual, that when I get a call from somebody, whether it's one of my insurance guys or a guy at the gym who's trying to get me back to training, no matter what it is, it's, hey, and if I'm really in the moment doing something, yep, great, I'll let you know, thanks, good, yep, click, week down the road, hey, thanks for calling, I needed to call you back, let's do something. That happens. Don't be afraid of the way you feel on the call. Just do it. That's why I've always adopted the Nike thing. Just do it.
Okay, I got one more.
Good. Let's hear it.
I guess
Love
I'll
it.
link to it today, but
Yes.
I don't always say anything. But the other thing I decided years and years ago, and I need to take my own advice, is I'd rather have business than be proud. So a lot of times, you know, we're protecting our ego, or we're kind of proud, or or a lot of new agents. I mean, a lot of new agents don't even want to say they're a real estate agent. They want to say, I'm a relocation expert or something stupid. And you should be proud.
Right?
No, but you should be proud of
Change my business cards
be
now.
proud of being a great salesperson.
Yes.
Relocation.
We are salespeople, right? Yes, thank you for that. Jay, that one you just got's SOI, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Been on an open house a year ago, sold 4 homes so far.
4. Good job.
Yeah, I love the point Leslie made.
Yes.
It's not always, you know, oftentimes we always want to have like, make this impression on people rather than create wealth.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets in the way, you know, the image or the stance, or sometimes those things get in the way. And in order to succeed on a high level, you have to commit and you have to release those insecurities.
I love what she said, and it's really, I would rather be wealthy than proud.
That business to be proud.
Aaron, and then, or Kelby, and then, did you have something? You raised your hand earlier? Okay.
Okay, I was just reading in the sales book where what this author calls a level 1 salesperson or level 2. Level 1 is you're focused on being liked. Level 2, you're focused on being a solution person for them. So it goes, I think it goes along with that.
So it's a progression. Be liked, then offer, or is it just?
If you're interested in being liked, then you are a sales department rather than a sales force.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. Yes.
So I just want to echo both what Leslie and Elmer are saying, and I think it's wealth in all areas of your life, right? When you allow your ego to get in place, you don't get that wealth in the areas of the life that you're wanting. And then to echo what Greg's saying, I had a coaching client of mine actually who sent me a video he had used in his trainings with with his agents, and it talks about the mercenary versus the missionary, and specific in regards to business. So it's the wealthiest man in the world who is speaking about it, and he basically says that he goes into all these companies and he recognizes how quickly, when the person's acting from a place of a missionary, how much more money they make versus the mercenary.
Wow.
And it's just that concept, right, of are you acting in a place of serving, or are you acting in a place of I'm after my own ego, and kind of just everything that's being echoed today. So
I appreciate that, because it brings into mind there's sometimes when I'm coaching some of you that I have to be a jerk and have to really call you out, right, Andy? Right? No, it's true, but sometimes it's because we care. You've given us the permission, and it's like, what are you doing? You guys are talented. You practice every day like experts. You're a professional. You should be. Those in role play this morning, man, did we have fun this morning in role play? And wow, Greg. I mean, Mr. Bentley here, just touring, was just pounding the crap out of him. But what did he do?
Kept coming.
He kept coming at it. And I was like, man, what a vicious battle that went on. And I'm like, dude, keep it going. We were like stunned with this vicious trade of words. It was awesome. Loved what you went through. And I was glad he pushed you like that. That's how we get better. Somebody else had their hand up. I get a little animated at times.
After a year and a half of being here, I kind of realized, I always thought money was bad. To my core, I was like, money's bad, money's bad. But then I realized, it's not, it's just, you can do with it. And then when you realize, okay, with it, I can give, that's a whole different place. Instead of with it, I can buy it. So I've been trying to take a mindset of, with this money I can give, rather than with this money I can give myself. And that's been a difficult transition because you're in a world where it doesn't tell you that. So you have to have the faith that that's true. That's what I have to say on that.
You know, to watch what this guy, you guys know who Philippe is, right? He's a major in has a master's in philosophy, correct?
Yeah.
So he got a degree in philosophy, and when he come here, I'm just going to say it like I say it, he was an ass. And to watch what we had to do as we peeled away these layers of the onion, seriously, I applaud you.
This company helps a lot because no other company is going to have that kind of bigger picture of it all. This isn't just a 5-year thing. This is just a job that's going to build skills in order to get something else, and these skills I won't learn anywhere else. And you do have to sacrifice certain things to gain those skills.
It's painful, wasn't it?
Yeah. So.
But look, he as a master in philosophy, he went through this process because he made a decision. As each one of us have to make a decision to get better. So, with that being said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick one of you out of here to do your listing presentation.
One thing about that,
yes.
Doesn't it all come down to feelings, though? Don't everything that we do,
yes.
all do come down to feelings?
Yes.
Everything comes down. I don't feel like calling. I don't feel like.
Yes.
I don't feel like talking to them. I don't feel like. Everything comes down to feelings, and so getting your feelings out of the way. I mean, if I worked for a Fortune 500 company, do you think I would walk in and say, you know, I don't feel like doing that today?
Right.
But I'm my own boss, so I'd say, I don't feel like it. Who's going to fire me?
It defeats.
My wife's about ready to fire me, but.
Hey, it defeats most agents. I don't want to because I don't feel like it. Who cares what you feel like? Get up. Do your job. Get into the business. Make it happen. I'd rather be wealthy. Seriously. So we have enough time. Matt.
Yes.
Can you do a listing presentation on the spot?
I can.
Perfect. Come on up. Hear that reluctancy? What happens if you get a call and they say, hey, can you come over right now? What are you going to do? What's important in a listing presentation? Showing up, of course. Asking great questions. What else?
Smile.
Smile. Confidence. Energy.
Know what you're talking about.
Know what you're talking about. Look, love your product. Love what you have to bring. You are worth it. There's no question in my mind this guy's capable. I've watched him. Now you get to. Pressure's on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just set the stage. I'm a for sale by owner.
Your home's $1.3 million.
Perfect. 1.3 million in Draper.
Well, like Colin Heights.
Cottonwood Heights.
Yeah.
Love it.
Tonight at 6:30.
Tonight at 6:30. Seriously, this is a real one?
Yeah.
Woo! Didn't know that. Good deal. Great practice. Was this a phone call?
It was.
Wow. So this was a FSBO call.
It was.
Ooh. Wow. Did I pick the right guy? You guys excited?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, all right, guys. Jay, you want to come up and help? Sure. I heard you're good at this. So I just walked around the house. Does that work? Yeah. All right.
Jay's the wife.
Jay's the wife. Get in here, Jay. Get a wig. Forgot to shave this morning.
No, I haven't. The new thing is shaved heads.
Shaved heads.
Yeah.
My wife has. You're the wife, right? Not sure I'm into that kind of role play, but whatever makes you feel good, honey. Bentley and Bentley, we do have the already married.
Okay. All right, Jay and Rick. Well, thank you for having me over tonight.
Yeah,
I certainly.
sorry.
Jay Lynn. Thank
Rick.
you. I certainly appreciate the time, and at a minimum, I promise that I will leave you with valuable information in getting your home sold.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, to start, I wrote down 3 very important questions.
Okay.
Excellent.
Number 1, do you absolutely have to sell this home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this place.
Okay, great.
I love it, but
They're mean to me. They don't talk to me at the grocery store.
yeah. So yeah, we do.
We do. Great.
We made the decision.
You made the decision. Fantastic. Now, are you willing to price the home to sell, or do you want to leave it on the market for a long period of time?
We don't want to give it away.
Sure.
I want it done.
We
We don't want to give it away.
Yeah, I understand. The great news is I've never given a home away in my life.
Good. Okay.
Fantastic. Number 3, would you like me to handle the sale for you?
You know, we got Mike Lindsay coming over too.
Okay.
So, you know, it depends. We kind of want to see what, you know, the two companies do.
Great.
So,
He wears a tie.
Sure.
Mike
Yeah.
Lindsay doesn't wear a tie.
I know. And I know you like Mike, but
No.
let's see.
Okay, fantastic. Well, at the end of our meeting tonight, one of 3 things will happen.
Okay.
Number 1, you'll have the opportunity to list your home with me.
Okay.
Number 2, you'll choose not to list your home with me.
Okay.
Or number 3, I'll decide not to take the listing.
Okay.
And I just want you to know any of those 3 outcomes are fine.
Perfect.
Why wouldn't you want to take her listing?
Why wouldn't I want to?
Yeah.
Well, I certainly want to, but I realize up front, Jaylyn, that I may not be able to provide what it is you want. Does that help?
Right, honey? Yeah, I know. But, you know.
All right, well, let's quickly review the questions that I asked you over the phone.
Awesome.
Does that work?
Yeah.
So you said you were just building a little further down in Draper.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, great.
Going down.
And you said that you were moving because of a new build. You have to be there it's done in 3 to 4 months.
Correct.
Okay, great. You would like to price this home at $1.3 million, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, great. And you said you still owe about a quarter on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, at this point, you weren't still planning on selling it yourself, were you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on how this goes. Again, you know, I'm not going to give the home away.
Sure.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Fair enough.
I want people screened to come through the house. I don't want people just knocking on the door and walking through and checking out all
That's
my
true.
stuff.
Sure.
You know, the house price at this price range, we really want
I
to
want
safety.
everybody qualified before they come through the house.
Yes.
Pre-qualified buyers, make sure it's done the right way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I delivered last night a pre-listing packet, and included with that was a plan of action. Did you have a chance to look through that already?
We did.
Okay, great. Well, fantastic. And that was pretty thorough. So really, there's only 2 issues to look at tonight.
Okay.
Number 1 is your motivation to sell this home.
Okay.
And number 2 is the price we set on your home.
Okay.
Okay? I prepared what we call a comparative market analysis.
Okay.
And the purpose, there's 2 parts to this research really. Part 1 we call Fantasyland. And that's what some homeowners will list their home for. Part 2 we call Reality Land. And this is what real estate agents list and then sell homes for.
Okay.
And ultimately we have to decide tonight where the 2 of you want to spend your time.
Okay.
Okay? The purpose of the comparative market analysis is to determine the value of your home in the eyes of a buyer. Now, how would you say buyers determine value?
Appraisals.
Okay, appraisals, great. Anything else?
Just looking at things.
Looking at things. Yeah, fantastic. Buyers are going to determine value by comparison shopping.
Okay.
Right? They're going to look at the features and benefits of your home, and they're going to compare it to the features and benefits of other similarly priced homes on the market.
Gotcha.
Okay? For example, if you were going to go purchase a new car, okay, and one dealership rather, had the car that you wanted for $50,000, right? Another dealership had the same car for $50,000, but it had an upgraded sound system, it had TVs in the headrest. Which car would have more value?
I don't think I'd ever buy a $50,000 car.
No, last one we bought was 100, but
Sure.
to your point,
Yeah.
the one that had more features. and
Yeah,
benefits.
thank you. I should have assumed better.
Right.
Yeah. So let's just take your example. 100,000. That $100,000 car. Let's say the first dealership puts it on sale for 80 instead of 100. Then which one's a better value?
I'm in.
Okay.
One
Why?
Well, better value. I mean, it's cheaper.
It's a better value for
Yeah.
you. Fantastic. So you can see that if we want to increase value,
Yeah.
we either have to lower the price
Yeah.
or add features and benefits.
Oh,
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Now, you weren't planning to add any features and benefits, were you?
No, unless you think we need to. I mean, is there anything we need to do to the property?
I believe at this point your home is ready to sell.
Okay.
Ultimately, it's up to you though.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay? Great. So unless you're planning to add features and benefits, price is really the only issue.
Gotcha.
May I show you what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I prepared 3 properties here for you
Okay.
that are currently on the market. Okay?
All
This home is similar to yours. How many bedrooms?
4.
How many bathrooms?
4.
How many square feet?
9,000 square feet.
Great. Do you know this neighborhood?
I do.
So I'd be home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen this house?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Been in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Let's look at the next. How many bedrooms?
4.
Baths?
This is
3.
Sherry's house. I visited
Oh,
teacher.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Visiting teacher. Fantastic. How many square feet?
About 8.5.
And obviously you know this house. Sherry lives there.
Yeah.
Okay. Third one. How many bedrooms?
7?
Okay. Baths?
3.
Square feet?
Just shy of 10,000.
And what about this one? Do you know this home?
I don't know that I know that one. Have you seen that one?
No, I think it was that guy's record producer out of LA.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, great.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, based on the features and benefits of these 3 homes, going back to the first one, your house is better than this one.
Okay.
Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. This house, the second one, Sherry's,
Yeah.
a little nicer than yours.
No, ours.
Her decor sucks.
Her decor sucks. That's the worst.
Yes.
It's true. 1996.
Those curtains, wow.
Blue.
Of course, that should be your comment.
The
not
cows and
man's.
the.
Oh man,
Sorry, honey.
this third home I would say is very similar to yours. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, what price are they asking?
Looks like they're doing 1.25.
1.25.
Yeah.
Great. And how long has it been on the market?
It looks like 90 days.
90 days. Now, your new build is going to be ready, you said, in the next 90 to 120 days,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right, so we want to be moved by then.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, great. So, what do you feel we should price your home at to create value in the eyes of a buyer and get someone to purchase your home now?
Well, don't you think we can start at like 1.3 and see what happens, and we can always come down.
1.5.
1.5?
Yeah, because an extra 250,000 would give me more stuff to buy furniture.
That's true,
I've
huh?
got to buy. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
could we start higher and just see what
and
happens?
we're going to throw in all the belongings with this house. That'll be part of it as well. They get all it's furnished.
Sure. The great news is we can price it whatever you want. But I want to circle back to one of those first questions I asked.
Two?
Whether you want to get the home sold or whether you want it to sit on the market for a long period of time.
Well, we want it sold.
You
We
want
really
it
need
sold.
Yeah.
So again, going back, Sherry's is at 1.25. It's been on the market 90 days already. At this point, it's not under contract. So if you want to get yours sold in the next 90 days, and it's really similar, where should we price yours?
I really don't want people showing the house during Thanksgiving. So
Yeah. You know, maybe we should wait till just after the holidays, do you think?
Maybe you should wait till just after the holidays?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why would that be important to you?
Well, what she's saying is that we don't need people tramping through our homes, during the holidays.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I can appreciate that. If I were you, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
A couple of issues, if I could share, that concern me with that.
Yeah, of course.
The first of which, you already know that interest rates have risen, right?
Oh, of
You've
course.
heard that.
Yeah.
And that they're going to continue to rise to some degree.
Yeah.
Right. So what that means is that the buying power for a buyer decreases simultaneously.
Gotcha.
So what someone can afford your home at 1.2 today may not be able to afford that same number in 6 months.
Makes sense.
Number two, don't you think people would want to be get in and settled before the holidays?
Never thought of that.
Yeah, so we work with, as I mentioned over the phone, largest relocation company in the world, Cardis. Okay?
Okay.
And they've got families right now looking to get into this area.
Oh, wow.
So my recommendation would be to list the home now and get somebody in here before the holidays.
So I got a real question that's been eating at me. If
Sure.
you do it for 5%, I think would really, go ahead and move forward with you, if it's okay with my lovely wife.
If I do what for 5%?
List the house.
List the house.
Yeah.
Got it. So if I understand correctly, you'd like me to list the home for 5%.
Correct.
You do want it sold, correct?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you want it sold in the fastest amount of time, netting the most amount of money?
Yes.
Okay, which is exactly what I provided. That's going to cost us 6% as a brokerage.
Okay, well,
Okay?
the other agent said they would.
That's great, yeah. And again, you want the top dollar for your home, right?
Yes.
So my concern with an agent that's going to discount his or her commission from the beginning,
Okay.
if they do that with you, what do you think they're going to do when a tough negotiation comes their way as well?
Probably collapse.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend that you list tonight with me at a price of $1.2 million.
Okay.
That way I can help you get what you want in the time that you want. Won't that be great?
Feels good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, is there any other reason we can't get started right now?
No, I think we should give it a shot. Let's see what we can do with it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and sign here and here.
Okay.
And we can get started immediately.
Perfect. What is that shit? What? I mean, talk about being put on the spot. Now, I'm glad he had when he's going to go do this and can actually practice. But real briefly, let's talk about what you guys like.
I thought it was the best presentation I've ever seen.
I loved it.
He stayed on script.
He stayed on script. What else?
It was seamless.
It was seamless.
I like that he used resources in the
Yes.
area to show more research and more knowledge about the area, like the relocation company.
Yes, right? I mean, how powerful, Kevin.
Great.
He used questions to steer it.
Yes.
To the
He guided us where he needed to go, right?
Good body language.
Good body language.
Body position.
You see the face, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, mirror matching, it was all there. Lindsay, and then over to...
He acted as a professional.
Yes, right? Very good point.
You can see when all three people are connecting.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it. You're like, oh, wow. He's not going to leave there on the side with that.
A lot of eye contact.
Very
He
much.
was very present.
He was great at repeating and affirming to show that he was actually listening.
Yes. Look, you believed him, didn't you? You believed in what he was saying. You could feel the richness of what he believed. His tone, right?
His rate of speech, very
Oh my gosh.
on point, very dialed. You can tell his confidence level was high.
And here's a guy that's been practicing over and over and over again. Yes.
I was just fascinated. He was just so unattached to the outcome.
Yes.
And I think that's everything.
But isn't that what a professional does?
Absolutely.
It's okay if you don't. But if you do, let's do great things. Anything else?
I like
Just-
how he said about the commission and he created doubt in their own questions.
Yes.
His
Man.
confidence radiated, right? His confidence radiated where he was able to ask the hard questions and it really handle the objection, and you followed because of it. His confidence was there.
But here's a guy that seriously hasn't stopped practicing since the very first day he stepped through these doors. And you can tell. But he's a CrossFit trainer. He's an athlete. What do you expect? Right? Awesome. Let's do some closing affirmation. Linda, want to lead us in closing affirmations?
No, I'm up. Okay, I'm sitting
Love it.
All right. I succeed because I have my goals. I'm an optimist. I like talking to people. I know what's important to me. I remember people's names. I have family plan I follow it. I'm passionate about real estate. I know consistency is very noble. I like asking questions and listening. I enjoy reading to improve my soft skills. My thoughts lead my emotions, actions, and results. I focus on my dreams daily. My presentation is powerful and exciting. I improve my skills daily. I'm happy. I love the prospect with the meat my business. I see my future is awesome. I love my life. I'm grateful and thankful. I control my thinking. I believe in me. I follow sharing. I use my beliefs and options to meet daily. I get things done. I provide excellent customer service. I drink water daily. I connect with people. People love me. I love others. I'm disciplined and confident in my schedule. I moderate daily.
And then, I have an idea with my brother.
You swallow it.
You kind of expect that.
He's like, you do it.